It started off when at Cub Scouts it was a task for the badge. We had to prepare a meal and lay the table. So then I went to my mum to ask her ideas. She said I should cook fried eggs and toast. So then I cooked that and I achieved my badge. Then I felt happy and I knew I would make more of it somehow. My earliest memory of me spending time in the kitchen is when I was about 2 years old and I was in the kitchen using my plastic knife and a pepper, and I was wearing my blue apron, and I still have the blue apron now, so every time I look at it I just remember that scene of me in my high chair and with the plastic knife. My favourite dish to cook is jollof rice because it has the most steps to it that you use to prepare it, and is the traditional Sunday lunch in the house. So on a Sunday I will usually cook with my brothers Musa and Zachary. Musa will help me with the onions and the garlic, and Zachary will help me with the Maggi most times. I feel very unique because not many of my friends can do what I can do, and most times when I go out with mummy or daddy to their friend's house and they see that I cook this and that, they're like wow, so that makes me feel happy. I also remember when it was my grandma's birthday, I cooked for her. I cooked jollof rice on that day. And I remember she was very happy, she was overwhelmed and she had tears in her eyes because she didn't know that I could cook like that. Then one weekend, I remember when mummy hurt her knee. So Auntie Kemi and her boys came to visit, and because mummy had hurt her knee, she wasn't able to do that many things, so I had to cook that weekend, and her boys tasted the food. They didn't know that it was me. Then mummy said, "Did you know that Deba cooked this?" So then they were very amazed, and the next morning they woke their mum up in the morning to say, "We want to cook like Deba." Over the years, mummy and daddy have let me build on my steps. So when I was young, I was just allowed to use a plastic knife, a blender without a blade, and peppers. Then mummy started letting me cut the okra with a table knife. Then eventually I started using a real knife, but that wasn't sharp. When I started cooking fully, I started using the sharp knives and the blenders with blades. Now I usually cut the pepper and the okra when we buy it from the market. I see myself becoming an inspiration for young kids so that they can learn how to cook and they can be helpful in the kitchen with their parents, so that now when they're young they can learn, rather than when they're older they're lost and they don't know how to cook. Instead of them watching TV and playing games all the time, you can learn some more useful skills that will add value to you. With the funds I get from the book and the video, I plan to sponsor 2 children to go to school. I thought of this idea because last year in school we were looking at the campaign Send My Friend to School, and we found out that millions of children worldwide aren't getting the chance to go to school because they have to work So I thought this was very sad, so now I'm gonna try and sponsor 2 children to go to school. I enjoy playing football. I play for the school football team. I also play football at home with my brothers. I enjoy studying planes. I have a few flight simulators that I usually use some weekends, and I do 4 to 12-hour flights on them. I go to kickboxing on a Saturday morning, and I take piano lessons at home and at school.